Hello and welcome to this video. I have some home upgrades that I'm going to be doing. The first thing on my to-do list for this video is I'm going to swap out the old electrical units that I have, so the light switches. I'm going to remove the old ones and I'm going to install these brass ones. Before I do that, I'm going to make sure that the power is turned off from the mains, and I check it a million times. I even went and bought one of those screwdrivers where you can test if there's a current. Goes without saying, do not touch electrics if you are not confident in doing it. I know there's loads of tutorials on the internet, but just be confident and take care. Also, I think it could be illegal in some places. Maybe in Australia, I don't think you're allowed to touch them. It's not here, so you can give it a go. I recently had an electrician in my house installing some lights, and I asked him when he swapped out some light fittings for me if he could just show me. I had a rough idea, but I just wanted to make sure I was correct in doing it and also making sure I was turning off from the mains correctly. He did say if I made an arse of it, I could just text him. I'm starting with a difficult switch, and this is difficult because it's one of those two-way switches. So it is at the top of the stairs and you can turn it on and then you can then turn it off at the bottom of the stairs and vice versa. And I did fit it wrong when I first did it. I had one of the cables in the wrong place, even after me taking a picture of what the cables look like before. It's good to make mistakes, as frustrating as it is, because you're like, I know what I did wrong and I can easily fix it. The thing with fitting electrics is it's just fiddly. It is getting the little ends into the back of the socket and screwing them in. It is actually quite easy, but it's just scary because you don't want to make sure you get a little shock, or worse, a big shock. And then it's just fiddly getting the wires back in, but it's definitely doable. And once you make sure you have that power switched off at the mains and you just test it with your screwdriver, then you're good to go. I do get a little bit nervous when I put the power back on and then I go to switch the light for the first time. You do get a little rush of adrenaline, but then you get a burst of joy when you've the light goes on and you're like, yes, I did it correctly. So I just want to share some quotes that I got if you do want to get an electrician to change them for you. I reached out to a couple to get some quotes when I was doing the stairway reno, and I got an electrician to fit some lights for me and do some of the switches. So the average price was coming in at 30 to 40 euro to change a light fitting, and around 20 euro per light switch and socket. So that can quickly add up if you're trying to change all of them in your house. So depending on the amount you have, it might end up being more. You can also get cheaper quotes as well, but this was just the average of the 5 that I got quotes for. So just to give you a rough idea if you do want to get someone in to do it. Has there been a roller carpet on my floor the past, I don't know, 2-3 weeks? Yeah, there has. Okay, I have this roll of excess carpet from the stairs that I got to keep. And, well, I didn't get to keep it, I paid for it. The reason why it's been sitting here is because it's heavy, and I kept meaning to ask one of my brothers, will they just help me lift it out to the garden so that I could cut it and see how much. I think I want to make a rug for in here. I was saying I had leftover sisal. Sisal or sisal? The shop said sisal, I say sisal. I'm going to move my couch over. It's lashing rain. I should have done this when the weather was fine that week, but it's been lashing rain, so I won't be able to bring it outside. But at least if I could cut this, I only have to cut off one piece, And if I could even have it just lying flat on the living room floor instead of rolled up. It looks like I have a dead body in the living room and I keep meaning to take it out. I do not. Also, the cats keep running up and down it as well because it's rolled up and it looks like a cool toy. I'm gonna just even cut it to size, sit it in the area, let it get nice and flat, and then I can decide if I'm going to, I don't know if I can bind it myself. Like obviously I have sewing machines, but this is thick. I might get a quote off the carpet place and see if they'll bind it. So I'm going to trim it to size. So at least instead of it being rolled up on the floor, yeah, it won't be so bad. So you'll see that it's quite not an odd length, but I'll just show you where I want to cut the piece off. There's this excess piece here, Doug's cat hair. So I was just going to take that to there. And then I have this super long piece that will, so ideally when people say about rugs, this is a very random size, but the foots, hang on, and I download proper English into my head, ideally should sit on the rug, which they would, and this one definitely would as well, and if I pushed it back a bit from the fire. So I will do that, but first I'm just going to cut off this little piece here, and then I'll keep that in case I have any damage on the stairs. I was saying in the renovation video where I shared the carpet came that I was left with this piece, which was, in case I get any damage, it's like one stair thread worth. So I should have another stair thread worth here. Well, that could be a little mat. So it's kind of like an oddish size, but I think it might work. And also I had some great ideas from people saying about I could do like some sort of L runner here. I won't, just because of this is a high traffic area and the living room is more come inside with your socks and your slippers on kind of vibe. It also feels nice underfoot, and I think it will add a bit of texture and into this room, because a lot of people have said, girl, living room needs a rug. So this could work. And then if I got it binded with the same binding, I could even get a slightly different, because this is much darker. I could get something closer to the sofa colour, or I could do a cream. I could do a completely different colour. Right, let me find, I actually got a nifty snippy thing. Hang on, I get it. Okay, this is a random thing I bought on Amazon that you don't need, but how cool is it? So hang on, I don't remember how to use it. Flick it in. It's supposed to be for cutting fabric, cutting heavy materials. But let's use it to cut carpet, because I will probably make my fabric scissors blunt. So let's see if this works. I've been dying to use this. I did use it for cutting a long thing of fabric to cut up. I think it was only like €15. Maybe it was, yeah, 10-15 euro, and it came with a load of replacement blades in the middle. I thought it was nifty. I get, well, touch wood, I can suffer from tendonitis in my hands. I had an operation on this thumb because I got trigger thumb and I got stuck. I was like, I think I was 25 and I went into the hospital. I've gone off on a tangent now, but story time. I have tiny hands, and when I went into the hospital, my thumb was locked and stuck. It's quite common in kids, but my tendon cartilage grew around it and all, and I couldn't open it up. And I had to have a little operation. I don't know if you can see the scar. And when I went in, so they did it in James's Hospital in Dublin, St. James's, and around the corner or near there is a children's hospital called Our Ladies. And I was like 25 at the time, and this guy, I overheard him say, should she not be in Our Ladies? Because my hand was so small. I don't think he saw my face, because they had like I asked him just to put up a sheet. So I couldn't see what they were doing, but my contact lenses were out, so I couldn't see it anyway. So this guy just rocked up and was like, he saw the tiny hand and was like, is this a child? is this a child? But then he saw my face and was like, no, it's not. And then in 2020, 2 weeks before, you know what happened in March, I had an injection in this thumb because it was starting. And I never had an incident since I was made redundant then in 2021. And obviously we were on the furlough, and I think it was my previous job. It was all the strain on my hands, and because it was a very hands-on kind of job. And I've, touch wood, never had an incident. But why was I saying that? Yeah, I'm very careful when it comes to tools with my hands, especially sanders and stuff, in case I get trigger thumb again, because they say it can be prone to happen with your other fingers. I think it's just because my hands are too small. But anyway, there's my waffle. Let's cut some carpet. I'm just using some sewing chalk that I had in my sewing kit, and I'm using my good old woodwork T-square just to try and get a straight line on there. And I can confirm that that little electrical cutter was an absolute beast, and it ate through that carpet. So if you do need to cut something that is thick and like that, you just need some extra help. Also, it's USB chargeable. It is a cordless rechargeable thingy, so it just came with one of those little USB ones. But it was a little rocket at cutting through this, because had I have done this with my fabric shears, I definitely would have felt it in my hand and wrist. If you don't like spiders, look away. While I was hoovering, I says, oh, I'll just hoover the couch. I'll take the pillows off, I'll plump them. Ah, I think this fella is alive. Nah. No. Oh, I very much well think that that fella, I think he could still be alive. I don't want to poke it. Which means that fella was sitting on my shoulder last night when I was watching Black Mirror on the telly. He was chilling with me. You never know who's over your shoulder. Yeah, I don't know what to do. That's a big fella as well. Oh, I've also cornered myself into the living room kinda. Whenever I come across a spider, they generally don't like to be seen. So they play dead, and he's gonna disappear, or she, into that, hopefully, that couch. I just need these 2 pillows to go back here, and I'll put the rug down, and then I will just sell the house. Oh, that instant terror when a spider moves. Arachnophobia, I said it in a previous video, arachnophobia did a lot of damage to people. That movie, why was that like on at 6 o'clock in the evening on RTE? I remember saying that in a previous video, and people were like, same girl, scared for life. Okay, he's more scared of me than I am of him. Oh, he's probably in that pile of cushions. Oh. So I don't kill them either. They're very beneficial. Oh, Jesus. Oh, there he is. Okay. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Oh, okay. I'm gonna take that pillow back. Those cushions are never getting touched. ideal world, I think this as a rug would be like another, I'd say, coming out to here and to here, but we're working with leftovers, and I think because of the tone of it against the wooden floor, I don't think it's too bad. So I can get all feet on it, so even the footstool. I have the footstool up here because there was a slight roll, you'll see it because it's actually been rolled up. That is just weighing it down. Now I'm thinking if I were to bind the edge, it might highlight how small it is. So if you were to put, it would define it. If I was to put a dark edging, it will come in like maybe 2 inches. And it might be like, oh hey, look how small this rug is. Because it is a random size. I know Bon agrees. Hang on, I have to open a window. I am a cat slave first. Because of the insulation, I'm calling it insulation, there's a underlay. There's a layer of something underneath this. So it doesn't seem to be fraying. So this seems to be the professionally cut edge. And then over here, the dodgy edge I have under the chair. So you'll see where, just there was a cut in, but if I was like binding would hide that. I can glue it down. To bind or not to bind? Like ideally when you have a rug, you would have more of the rug under the chair. But this is what we're working with. I don't think it's dreadful. But I know the rug police will be like, you need to have an extra 2 feet either side. And if you've ever priced rugs online, which I did thinking for this room, because I thought, yeah, a rug would be nice. They are in the hundreds when you want to have a bigger sized rug. So you go on the website and like, oh, that's only like €100. And then you input your measurements and it's like, €1,000, please. So I would like to make this work, but I think if I was to bind it with the green binding that's on the stairs, I think it's going to highlight how small it is. So my question for you is, what else could I finish the edge off with? I mean, I could just get like a beige, something that's really close to the colour. I could not finish off the edge. Like it's not fraying, there was just the initial bit of sisal from where I cut it. But I do feel like it needs a finished edge. But I have seen binding online because I searched it. And I also was searching for like people who bind leftover bits of carpet and they turn it into like mats and stuff. And I can also bring it back to the original carpet shop and get them to bind it. It's going to be expensive though. You can buy strips of binding, like a carpet one. The only problem is it will not go through a normal sewing machine. You would need a really strong needle, also very heavy, so you'd probably need someone else to help you put it through the machine. I did ask when the guy was fitting, because obviously I was looking at it and I was looking at the edge. I'll show you. So I was looking at how thick this is and how perfect his stitches are. So you've got these layers and then you have that binding. I asked the guy, I was like, has he got a huge sewing machine? And he's like, yeah. He's got like a big, huge industrial sewing machine that goes through all of the layers with that stuff, the underlay, and then this. So I assume you could glue it on as well, but glue doesn't always, you know, and needle and thread is the one for that. So I could just leave it there for the time being. It's better than what it was. It's better than when it was rolled up. Literally, if anyone peeps through my window, they'd be like, this girl is after rolling someone up in the carpet. So I'm going to let it flatten out and just see. If you have any options or opinions or advice or tips on how to finish it off, should I just go for a neutral edging and get someone to do it proper? Or do you have like a DIY option? Or would you just leave it and see? Leave it and see. All my other sisal rugs, I have like IKEA ones and they do have a binding edge on them. None of them are, actually one of them is raw in the kitchen. It's just a little I cannot talk today. Circular one, and that doesn't have an edge on it. But the rectangle one that's in my office, that sisal, has a cream binding edge, and the cream binding edge is filthy. That's another job done, and I'm now going to put these offcuts into the attic upstairs because they're not heavy. So instead of trying to bring my huge carpet roll upstairs, at least I can just leave it there for the minute. I am after getting my hands on something iconic. Now I had to get it off eBay, but I feel like it is the ultimate guide if you like the cottage, shabby chic, cottage core. This is Hyacinth Bouquet's Bible. And we are going to have a flick through it. Hands up who remembers this. I think it was Lydia Millen and Mr. Carrington reshared this ad for this from, I think it was in the 80s, and it was a weekly magazine subscription, and you got the binder, and inside every week you had to collect the inserts. And I went onto eBay to see if I could get one, and I got this for £25. And I don't think that's bad, because this is going to be our holy grail. There's projects in it. There's like frilly cushions and stuff, and home design tips. So I'm going to move the camera so you can have a little look. But I went straight onto eBay and I was like, I wonder, well, I did the Google Lens search thing, and there was someone, they seem to be all on eBay from UK sellers. So it came in a week. Oh my God, when this arrived, this is just, we will have a little look. Oh, look at the floral decal on the floor. Iconic. And I think, oh, just look at the print. I'll show you. I thought it was going to be mad expensive, because if you were to buy every week, hands up if you collected this and it might be sitting in your attic, because I think they were £1 a week for the inserts, and then you put it in. So £1 a week, I mean, there's an awful, I don't know how much you got each week. Anyway, let's have a look. So I hope my camera will focus in enough for you. I'm sure you could also find this. So it has home design, home sewing, decorating. Then we have flowers and gardens, country kitchen, country pastimes, finishing touches, and then there's a thing at the back. So let's just have a quick flick. And what I love about this is all of the things in it. This is my style of decor. Now it's probably a bit more floral and frilly, but it just, like, it's timeless. And these are the little antique things you can find in the shops. So we can have a little flick. Like, there's those, I have those chairs in my kitchen. Now I painted mine, but I just feel like this is timeless. Now I'm not a fan of the orange tone wood, but there is like darker tone. Like, look at that floral settee. Now there's a little decorated wooden floors. Oh my God, it's a stenciled wood floor. I don't know, would we do that nowadays? But like, look at that. I don't know if it's called herringbone. It's kind of a, what would you call that? It's like a pattern on it. Oh, like the dream. I'm so sorry if I'm getting way too excited. They have stained a pattern onto this wood floor. There's another pattern floor there. So this has been going on a while with the painted floors. I love the clashing of, it's not even clashing, it's floral everywhere. Floral wallpaper, there's this matching curtain, the matching bed set, and you have a curtain on the bed, the bottom, iconic, and the little painted dresser, and it looks like a whitewashed floor. Look at stencil, now that was a thing. Zigzag effect, a border on your wooden floor. This kitchen is beautiful, and what I love is they've got the terracotta tile, which is, I hate saying the word trendy, but it's become popular once again, which just goes to show it's timeless. And I love all the little geraniums. Now the one thing, yeah, I'm not mad on this orange pine. Let me know if the orange pine was a vibe. Loving patterned tiles. Oh, there's a lovely green kitchen, terracotta tile. And like, look at the hanging floral things. That's beautiful as well. They have the blue. I just feel like this is amazing for inspiration. Beautiful backsplash. There's a painted kitchen there. We've got like a bluey tone. Like, I can flick through this whole thing if you want. And this feels like it has, I thought this might have been like a reproduction, but it feels like it has slight yellowing around the edges. So it feels like it's an original thing. Like, look, there you go, terracotta. Beautiful terracotta floor. It's kind of like, it makes you be like, I don't mind investing in things like that if it's going to last and be timeless. Planning your kitchen. Kitchen checkpoints. Iconic. Do you know what? I feel like I would actually learn a lot from this. Okay, I will skip ahead. Oh, there's one thing I want to show you. The photography is beautiful in this, but there was a thing on conservatories. First of all, look at that photo. That is stunning. We've got the floral curtain. It looks like a dark piece of painted furniture maybe. Little wooden chair, terracotta floor, garden in the background. Just, if I won the lotto, I wouldn't tell, but there will be signs. Absolutely stunning. Brass bed, floral wallpaper, little thing, like, oh, look, and the curtain on the thing. I'm not able. Beautiful floral displays. This is so timeless. Some people are going to be watching going, that's a bit too frilly. Like, now this is probably not me now, but because you got the bed set, the matching curtain. I haven't seen that in a long, long time. Curtain, pelmet, frill. Oh, we've got small florals. That's stunning. So that is a cabinet, and they have a curtain on the inside that matches the wallpaper. Oh, the country bedroom. Look at the photography of this. We've got a little curtain on the door, plates, baskets, flowers. Oh, tablecloth. Look at this. This is stunning. Yeah, I wanted to show you. Oh, I actually love, see those big chunky, they're like duvets, but they're quilted. I don't know what you call them, but they're stunning. Actually, no. That's beautiful as well for a kid's bedroom. Now, let me find the thing I wanted to show you. Conservatories. I feel like this is, I mean, beautiful. It's giving greenhouse vibes. Also, look at that picture. Stunning. Little chair, tiny table, trinkets, flowers, curtains. Iconic. Adding a conservatory has like proper practical tips. But I just felt it was real, like, of course you're going to have a conservatory, of course. And hyacinth bouquet. Like, I love that style of window as well. So yeah, isn't that that's the dream. It looks like a greenhouse conservatory. Just iconic. Spotted prints with pattern. So, like, just tips on framing. Like that, I love that. It's really hard to get that, like, and for it to look nice and get it right with the frame, the pattern, the print. Yeah. Sometimes it can kind of look a bit themey. Like, look at that. Now that's a proper farmhouse. You've got the flagstone, the beams, hanging baskets. Now some people would look at that and be like, oh my god, clutter. But I'm like, it's pretty clutter. We love it. That kind of looks like something you'd see on Instagram nowadays with the colour, what would you call it? Colour washing? Colour drenching. Right, I'm going to skip ahead to home sewing. I just feel like there's so much. Now this is probably more on the dated side. You've got the orange pine. Now also this could be just the print of this as well. It's quite old. The colour might be showing. But I remember having this wallpaper in the 90s in my mum's. It was a pattern on the bottom. You had this and then there was a top. Still beautiful, but I feel like that looks a bit more dated. Right, easy bed linen. So I was having a flick through, like it's literally teaching you, oh my god, look at this. Stripe wallpaper, patterned pelmet piece, frilly pelmet curtain, matches the bed. There's our side table curtain, just iconic. Like, I would just copy, paste, yes. Making a reversible duvet cover. That's actually something people don't think of. If you come across curtains in the charity shop, you could possibly turn them into a quilt. Easy lampshades. Oh my god, I've wanted to do them. So we have a little tutorial here on telling us how to do some frilly lampshades. We can revisit this and have a little attempt at doing some little vintage sewing. Pleated paper lampshade. There is a simple frilly one there. Making a handkerchief shade. We have loads of ideas here. Frilly cushion. There's like an eternity of content here. This is, yeah, I do love a frill. And I love a frilly cushion. I don't have any frilly cushions. Oh, I've actually just realised this is the sofa with the spider. But that was an hour ago. So let's just hope the spider's gone. Iconic. Oh, and the cat ornament. Oh, I feel like this was me in a previous lifetime. Cat ornament, floral frilly cushion. Say no more. Piped cushion. I'm going to have a flick through because I realised this. I could be here for the whole day flicking through. Frilly bed linen. We have a thing for curtains. There was a whole section on curtains. Oh, a blind. How pretty are them curtains? I feel like I have a weak window dressing game. Oh, there's so many versions. Right, I'm gonna flick. Oh, there's one for a frilly pillow. Frilly pillow. Gathered bed valance. Oh, that's your little curtain for the end. Just iconic. I wonder, could you probably would have been able to buy these as sets. I feel like in the 90s you could. Your mum, it was a thing to buy the matching curtains, the matching cushions, the matching bed set. I feel like that doesn't happen as much anymore. Look, there's a cat. Are we like, when God made us who love all this stuff, we're like the same person. There's like a cat ornament, a floral, a frill. I don't know. What else have we got? Oh, that I saw and I love the idea of it. It's a window seat cushion. And then there's another variation there, a gusseted cushion for like a wicker chair. Oh, I love these as well. Also, apologies if my washing machine is on the go. Right, we'll have it just a little quick. I'll get to the garden. Like, look at there's a bow and a frill. I will get to the garden section because I know you guys will want to see that. Look at that bathroom. Frilly curtain, little tiles, gold tap. If I walked into one of these houses for sale and this was done in the 70s or 80s, I would just say, take all my money, leave all your floral, I will have it. You got that matching chair. Oh, another cat ornament. Oh, this is joy. Elaborate cushion gussets, and I love that it's just sitting on a blanket box because I have a blanket box and I could make something like that. So there's your elaborate cupboard curtains. I actually did put curtains on a cupboard upstairs a few years ago. Not as fancy as that though. I love it. And it's all in the details as well. Like they have lovely brass taps or gold. Beautiful china pieces. There's a lovely cabinet as well, and it just has like the lace on the inside. A padded headboard. Haven't seen a padded headboard in years. But we have a tutorial there. Whoever owned it this, they obviously didn't like the sewing section, because a lot of the sewing section doesn't look like it was gone through. Kitchen companions. Look at that for a table. Adding bows. Lovely bow tutorial. It can be hard to make a nice bow. Yeah. Cafe curtain. Round pillow. Okay. There is a load more. You've got curtain tie backs. Oh, there is a tutorial for a circular tablecloth. That one there. Let me know if it, oh, look at that one. Okay, I'm gonna just, we'll fly through, we'll have a little look at decorating. Look, we've got stencils, decoupage. I feel like that's still quite a thing now, quite trendy. Stenciling opportunities, tips for that. That's timeless. I see a lot of stenciling. Stenciling borders. I don't see many people doing that. Stenciling the border. Beautiful piece of furniture. Yeah, look, there's more. And like stenciling around the window. How like cute is that and romantic? Right, we'll have a little flick, but there is some practical tips for like hanging, papering stairways. Oh, wallpapering, I think. Oh, getting an effect on the wall, I think. Oh no, on a tray. My washing machine is finishing up now. Little picture hooks, hanging small shelves. Oh, I just saw something. The telephone on the wall. Did you see the telephone on the wall? And the little TV in the kitchen. Okay. I'm going to skip ahead to flowers and gardens, because I know you guys are going to want to see the flower and garden section. Oh. Who created this actually? Was it like, it's giving Martha Stewart. Definitely wasn't her. But was it like a group of people? It doesn't have any like details on who collaborated on this. Dahlias. Flower arranging. Still a lot of dahlias there. Oh, there's tips on flower arranging and doing a display. And stuff like this is just timeless, isn't it? Potpourri. We've got, oh, a garland. A garden ring. DIY potpourri. Or potpourri. Potpourri. Herbs in containers. Timeless. Oh, look at that little, that's a lovely little herb border. Oh, that's cool with the done around in a circle in the rail. And they have the bricks with holes in them, which is great for insects. Beautiful little herb window box. Oh my god, the ideas there. There's a whole section on herbs. We've got climbers. Okay, let's have a quick flick. Hardy geraniums. Oh, look at that display. Wooden piece of furniture. Oh, just stunning. And it's actually giving us tips on styling it. Spring summer colour. Like, I hope the camera isn't auto-focusing. Look at that little, is that a thing over a shingled roof over a door? Oh, we have a wreath, our swag wreath, which is like the one we did back at Christmas time. Chicken wire. They have filled it with moss which is a great idea. And then they have inserted all of the flowers. And they have it on the side of a table. I suppose that would be good for a garden party or a wedding. We have a love heart shaped arrangement. Very sweet. Section on hydrangeas. Oh, what's this? Some popular plants for drying. Oh my god, this is like amazing. And it's all in like alphabetical order. Anemones, beech, cornflower, echinops, pansy poppy, teasel. Like, we love to see this. Okay, I will fly on to, oh my god, we are 17 minutes. Oh god. Okay, 2 more minutes it is, because the video will be 10 hours long. Country kitchen. I think this is, oh, we've got a bacon section. We have recipes. Not my forte, but yeah. Section on bacon. Country pastimes. Right, let's skip to country pastimes. What the hell? Oh my god, paper peonies. Craft projects. Paper peonies. Oh, and it gives you the little thing to make cutwork napkin cases. Oh, that's cool. And it gives you, oh my god, it gives you a little embroidery detail and everything. Rose stenciled tray. That's a nice simple project. I feel like I've done things like that on the channel over the years. Decoupage. Decoupage is iconic, timeless. Love it on small things, but it is timeless. This is, I'm having way too much fun. Decoupage tray, decoupage pot, decoupage little jewellery box. Apple garland. What's an apple garland? Is it something you bake? Oh, it's a cross stitch pattern. We have applique towels. Oh, that's cool. Rose hip table set. And again, it's like cross stitch. Wouldn't that be lovely on a jar of honey? I feel like that would be so nice. Painted tulip napkins. What paint are they using? Dylon Colourfast fabric paint. Amazing. Nice little idea. Applique needle case. Gives you a little tulip thing here. Chain stitch, stem stitch. I love how this is giving you actual DIY as well as telling you exactly what to do. I'm not a cross stitch. Is this cross stitch? Crochet. No, that does look like a foreign language to me. I'm not a crochet girly. Tin transformations. Reusing old tins. Quilted tea set. Table runner, but that looks like it's a quilted one. Shelf edging. Now that is dedication, shelf edging. What else we got? Embroidered cushion. Pin cushion. Sunflower. Painted? Are they painted? It looks like they're stitched on. Placemats. Like, there's so much detail in this. Raspberry cross stitch cloth. We've a, oh, look at that pillow. We've like a whole, let me have a little flick and see. If you're into cross stitch, there's a lot in this. And embroidery. Okay. Let's, finishing, right, so, oh, we're on the last little section. Teapot collections. Oh my god. This is iconic. So your finishing touches, teapot collection. Traditional, decorative and novelty teapots come in so many different shapes and sizes. Oh my god. Look at them. Oh, if anybody is watching this channel and your house looks like this. Oh, there's a cat. I haven't seen one dog yet. It seems to be ladies with florals and cats, but it has to be a little doggy in here. Now that is beautiful. Now I don't like the orange toned pine. I'd rather it was like dark or whitewashed, but I love all of those trinkets. Look at the little bottles. They have the little edging strip, and then the china little frame. Oh, just beautiful. More actually the frilly, that must have been a thing, because every shelf that has a china display has the frilly shelf thing on it, doesn't it? Bows on the cafe curtain. Oh, look at that for a bow. Love it. Love the painted piece of furniture. Beautiful bed. I like the mix of painted and old. Like, there's lots of wooden frames and stuff. Indoor spring bulbs. I see a lot of people doing that now on Instagram as well, the indoor bulbs. That's a beautiful dresser as well. Okay, I will. There seems to be a lot of orange pine in this. Was orange pine the trend in the 80s, or was it just that was the only stain? I feel like there's more wood stain varieties nowadays. So like, I'm not bashing the orange pine, but I'm assuming that there wasn't many different tones. Oh, I love these. Love them. I saw them in Mac's warehouse. He had some of them, but he didn't have like a set or anything. Tiled borders. I noticed actually tiled countertops was like a thing. I've seen that on like some places. So tiled borders. Now some things people are like, no, I don't think that has aged well. But I'm in my element right now. There's like a raggy rug blanket. Oh, it's a rag rug. Oh my god, I saw people making rag rugs years ago. I think it's good for your scrap material, isn't it? But it gives you an actual pattern. Sorry, that is the noise of that. Right, I'm gonna flick. See if there's... Oh, look. A parade of piggies. Finishing touches down in the garden. Country seats. Like, they're timeless. This, like... I feel like you could have a house like this nowadays and it would just be viral on social media because it's just timelessly pretty. Oh, attractive cushions. So we have the frilly table thing with the glass thing on top. That reminds me of my aunt. And then we have, that's beautiful as well, the screen, and it has the fabric. And in this bedroom, we've got the sash window, the wooden shutters, curtain, floral, frame, frills. Enough said. Okay, wicker baskets, yes. I hope you're enjoying this little flick through, and I hope that you've been able to see what's on the pages as well. See, another bit of orange pine. Okay. Actually, there's a bathroom here. Oh, a stencil. Stencil ideas. Now, they've stenciled on tile, so I wonder if they've given details on what paint. Love the brass bed. Stenciled on the wall. I feel like that's maybe a bit O2T, the butterfly ones. Could be a kid's one. I do like that bit of stenciling on the wood. I like that. Okay, we've gone through it. If you go on to eBay, when I looked recently, I'll see if I can find a link. They were all sellers in the UK, but there was one seller that had like 6 of these for sale. I didn't see any on Etsy, but it's just called the Country Look. I do have an ISBN number on the back. But can you search an ISBN? I think you can. Isn't that like a book code? I'll try find the link anyway and I'll put it in the description. ISBN 18562937550 and then a barcode number. It doesn't give me any details on who wrote this. Like there's no author stamp on the side. And then when I open the inside of the binder, It just has all of the inserts. But from what I remember, it was a weekly magazine subscription. But I know no more details. I'm sure Google will give us a thing. If you want, I'll take a screenshot of this and put it into one of the Google lenses or the search app things, and you can see what comes up. So that's the cover of it. And I'll pop a link. I hope you enjoyed my random look through the vintage book. But oh, if I won the lotto, I would get a designer to come in and I would be like, I want this. Find me that fabric and make me the matching curtains, the matching pelmet, the frill. I want frills everywhere because it would take me a lifetime to DIY everything. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Bit random, trying to catch up on jobs and stuff. Let me know what you think about the carpet binder. It definitely has to be bound on the edges, but yeah, let me know your opinions so I can get some ideas. And if you have any recommendations for people or places that do that binding cheap enough on carpet scraps. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. I'll see you in the next video.